I'm Charles Meriday, and I'm in the restaurant business. In my 20 years as a chef and restaurant owner, I've been able to work and eat in some of the great kitchens around the globe. There's a whole side of the restaurant that most people will never get to see. So now, I want to take you to the back of the house, into kitchens of some of the best chefs in the world. Along the way, I'll share some of my own tips and recipes so you can cook like a pro too. So join me in the back of the house for a whole new perspective on cooking and food. Order in. Roger. Service, please.
Buona Pasqua.
I'm glad that you came. Please.
Alright, so a couple years ago, this was my home. Sanibel is where it all started for me here in Southwest Florida. And I love it. I mean, it's just a great place, really fantastic family destination. And it's very casual and very simple. And this is one of my favorite places here on the island. And just for that reason, just because it's extremely fun and casual and very easygoing. But at the same time, this place has great food, fantastic atmosphere. It's really laid back. And one of my favorite things here is the dead parrot wings. And I'm not sure how that sounds to you, but trust me, they are fantastic. If you like hot and spicy food, this is what you want. So today we're going to be here with Chef G, and he is going to be just walking us through that and showing us, you know, a little bit about the dead parrot wings here at the Lazy Flamingo. Beautiful location right here at Blind Pass, right on the border of Sanibel and Captiva. So, you know, amazing. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really excited about having the dead parrot wings. And I need a roll of paper towels to go with the wings. So, G.
And to be honest, I've been here 3 years and still haven't tried them.
Is that right?
Just because they're hot, and I'm gonna try
them.
them.
Hot,
You're
huh?
gonna try them.
All right, yeah. They are hot, man. I'm telling you what, they leave a lingering burn. You know. So, you know, while we're waiting for the wings, maybe tell me a little bit about you and where you're from, and you know, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in Cape Coral, Florida, and I drive an hour away just to come here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So I love my job.
There you go.
I take
Where are you from? Are you from Cape Coral?
No, I'm originally from New Jersey.
Oh, okay, cool. What part of Jersey?
Elizabeth.
All right, there you go. So you love in Florida in the wintertime then?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very cool. One thing I like about this place is that they make everything from scratch. I mean, all the food is really good quality. You know, even though the atmosphere is laid back, they put a lot of effort into the food, and that's what really matters. You know, oysters, fresh and shucked behind the bar. You know, everything that you come and get here, it's simple, but it's fresh and it's good, and that's what you want.
Order it. They do.
You know, I'm in the business of fine dining, I guess you would say, but I've always wanted to have a simple, just casual place with this kind of atmosphere. You know, this is one of my favorite things about the restaurant, the zip line for the tickets. I mean, it's just super cool. They don't have servers. You know, when you want your food, you have to walk up to the bar and order it and then come pick it up yourself. You know, I just like the simplicity of it. And sometimes it's nice to be in a laid-back atmosphere where you can just, you know, relax a little bit and you don't have to be, you know, so tight. So that's one of my favorite things about this place, and about Sanibel and Captiva too. The entire islands are like that. It's laid back, and you don't have to be tight, and no jacket required here on Sanibel, which is pretty cool.
Now I'm just gonna mix up the wings in a parrot sauce. baskets for your bones. You're very welcome. Enjoy, guys.
I got my roll right here. I'm ready. It's my own personal roll of paper towels to wipe my whole face down as I just erupt into volcanic flames and start eating the dead parrot wings. And I'll be honest with you, I love the flavor of these, but in 3 years now, I've never been able to eat all of them. But they do taste awesome. This is what happens when you get super duper hot and super duper spicy together.
Close up of the man sweating.
Man. But you know what? This is the key to it. The overall flavor is really good. The pain is starting to just kind of spark right now, but the flavor is delicious. Woo. Buddy, wow. Who else is joining in on this party right here? Man. Well, I guess the old saying goes, if you're not sweating, it's not good. And I'm pouring right now. Man, you want to try it? Oh, come on. Man, my lips are on fire right now. All right, G, tell me, I mean, I don't want you to give away your secrets or anything, but man, can you give me a little bit of a rundown of why my mouth is in flames right now? And that's why it's so blazing right now.
The Matooks and the Matooks Soca hot sauce. Alright, main ingredients. With the cayenne pepper, chili powder, regular pepper, and that's it.
One of the coolest things I like about the Lazy Flamingo, when you come here, they have this, Matooks. And this is seriously Caribbean hot sauce. Like, you don't find this on the table very many places. I love it. The flavor is unbelievable. I mean, it really is amazing. So when, I lived in the Virgin Islands for a long time, and it's so hard to find this flavor of hot sauce. And we have the conch produce here.
Oh, you don't go to the store?
You've gotta try this.
Store?
Yep. But very hot. Come on, man, dig in.
Alright, I'm going in there.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah. Right away, immediate burn.
Wow.
That's
But
hot.
the flavor is good though, right? I haven't played this thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you very much, Chef.
Thank you very much.
Again, delicious food.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the steam bath, and looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Where are we off to now?
Off to the Monkey Duck, so thanks a lot.
We should follow you. National championship.
Finals.
All right, amazing day here on Sanibel and Captiva. It is about 5 o'clock on a Saturday though, so time to go to work. I'm headed back to the brasserie right now and ready to get on the line and grind it out for the next couple of hours. So thanks for joining us here on Sanibel and Captiva. See you later.
Don't go away, there'll be more cooking and food when Back of the House returns after these messages. Alto Live Jazz Kitchen is Southwest Florida's new hotspot for dinner and nightlife. Featuring local and nationally known jazz acts 7 nights a week, award-winning cuisine, a full bar, and extensive wine list, Alto is the ultimate destination for great music and food. Come see what everyone is talking about at Alto Live Jazz Kitchen, located in Bayfront, downtown Naples, or go to altonaples.com for a current menu and entertainment schedule. We now return to Back of the House with Charles Meriday.
Tonight we're doing our first dinner for Cruising with the Chefs, and I have some great chefs here at Meriday's tonight joining me to prepare the special meal for NCEF, the Naples Children's Educational Foundation. But it's going to be a great night. Great chefs, Brian Rowland and Lisa Boet are both here. They're going to be joining Cruising with the Chefs along with me next year. I'm cruising from Venice to Barcelona, and then the other chefs have their own individual cruises and destinations. But it should be a great time. I'm really excited, not only about the cruise, but about tonight especially. We get some VIPs in the audience, and some of the the local talk of the town here. So it should be a good time, and I'm really excited. So excited for you to be here with me. So it's 3 of us, and each one of us are preparing 3 courses. We will take turns alternating between the 3 courses. It'll be Chef Lisa, ladies first, and then myself, and then Chef Brian on the finish. So it should be 9 courses total. Each one is, of course, very small and completely different between all 3 chefs.
Okay, well, we are delighted to be traveling, starting in Italy and finishing up in France, in Provence, one of my favorite regions of France. So right now I'm actually doing a very typical French farmhouse treat, which is just quite simply radishes just picked right out of the ground, and then we're putting wonderful creamy butter and topping them off with a little fleur de sel. And it's basically an amuse-bouche to be enjoyed with white wine or with champagne. So that's what we're gonna do just to start off, get people's their taste buds kind of excited. That's what an amuse-bouche is all about, amusing them out.
Right now we're making a little foie de brique that's rolled with chickpeas and cilantro. It's like a chickpea spring roll, kind of like a hummus spring roll, and served with a cucumber and mint yogurt. So this is kind of a Mediterranean. My cruise is leaving from Venice, going through the Mediterranean, and then ending in Barcelona. So this is a little bit of an indicator of that.
To start off with, we're going to be doing our first course, which is ratatouille stuffed mushrooms. Ratatouille is the traditional southern French vegetable stew. We got all our vegetables at the market, well, not the market, at the farm yesterday, right from Farmer Nick, who's our local farmer. I've got a few of the beautiful vegetables here I can show you. These are his gorgeous zucchinis he just pulled from the ground for us, and we got a chance to use these to make our fabulous ratatouille. All the radishes are from his farm as well. And then on my mushrooms, we're going to be using some of this gorgeous red Russian kale, just as a little plate. And we're following that with the snapper en papillote, which is quite simply a fresh snapper fillet straight from the Gulf of Mexico. We're baking it in parchment, so en papillote, and it's just drizzled with extra virgin olive oil, a touch of tomato, fresh basil, white wine, baking that, and it sort of steams, poaches in its little pocket, and we're going to be serving that as our main plate. And to finish off, I have a phenomenal creme brulee that I've infused it with vanilla and lavender, French culinary lavender. So that's going to give it the final little Provençal touch at the end. So there you have it. So we're going to just get people excited about traveling with us to Provence next year.
We have 3 courses with a few wild cards thrown in there. So my first course is going to be octopus, and we braised it and then we grilled it, and it's being served with heirloom tomatoes from the chef's garden, Kalamata olives, and then just fresh herbs and lemon. They're Very, very simple. I'm just gonna finish it with some extra virgin olive oil and some fresh lemon juice. And that's it.
Can't wait to try it.
Tonight we're doing Cruising with the Chefs. We're introducing all of our destinations that we're going to in our cruises next summer. I happen to be going from Venice to Istanbul. So tonight we're going to do a Venetian style dish using laughing bird shrimp, some polenta, a little bit of house-made ricotta, and some olives. Yeah, so we've got the briny shrimp that we're doing here, which is marinated first in lemon, olive oil, garlic, little oregano, and little sea salt. And we just quick sauteed them. We made a gorgeous shellfish stock here, some crab, lobster, shrimp shells. We cooked that all down, made a really, really beautiful fortified stock. We glazed the shrimp with that stock, and we're just heating up our polenta. We're gonna serve the shrimp over top of the polenta with that gorgeous house-made ricotta that my chef de cuisine Kevin made, and sous chef Josh back at the Crave Food Lab. We're gonna finish that with some Italian olives that we're gonna put on the plate, a little bit of micro basil.
So I have a little bit of the shrimp with polenta and ricotta, little olive relish, and a very rich sauce. It's very unctuous, very buttery. And the Chardonnay that we have is a French Chardonnay that's very crisp and refreshing, so it's a great foil to the intensity of the dish.
Get your heart out of it.
That was Iberico ham, which is a beautiful ham from Spain. It's grown using acorns. The pigs are raised on acorns. San Simon smoked cow's milk cheese with aloe marmalade, black truffle, balsamic, and fresh truffles on top of that. Second course is going to be seared tuna over Tuscan white bean puree, a little extra virgin olive oil, and that's it.
It's going down right like this, chef.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is fun.
So we just made a little improv change here. Chef Charles and I are going to go lamb versus lamb. We both came up with a lamb dish today. He's going to do the rack. I'm going to do the braised lamb neck. And we're going to put them side by side on the plate. Go out and let them all give us their opinion. Tell us which one they like the best.
Gotta get all sizzling. It's all about the flip.
Mine was the rack chop with the roasted peppers and arugula pesto. That was fun though, man. That's actually the first time.
Oh, it's fun. I loved it. That was fun. Chef. That good time with that. Was awesome. Absolutely.
To everyone here in our teams, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We had a blast.
Tomato stick frites and fettuccine.
This is a foie gras, and basically it is a fattened duck liver. The duck is intensely fed a diet of corn constantly throughout the day, almost every day, and then it's harvested, and then the liver basically comes out like this. It's extremely fatty, and that's what makes it so decadent and so luscious. This foie gras, as you can see, is from LaBelle Farms. It's in Hudson Valley, and this is a grade A foie gras, so this is going to be one of the top quality foie gras that you can get. This is how it looks, comes packed, and I'm going to break it down. Pop on some gloves here, and we use some raw poultry products. Get the handle with gloves. All right, so whole foie gras. Now we're gonna do a seared foie gras preparation. And when you're searing foie gras, you know, the most important thing about it is that the thickness must be appropriate. It can't be too thin because it will, as you'll see, it will just melt away. It's like cooking a stick of butter. So it has to be nice and thick. I'm gonna start right here in the middle. Put a nice thick piece. Always want to save all of your reserve pieces. And we'll take this, fry back it again to keep it from oxidizing. So here you have a beautiful piece of foie gras here. So traditionally, I like to score the foie gras. You know, kind of just make these X's in the top. This. And then we're gonna sear it really hard. I like to sear my foie gras particularly hard, probably harder than most chefs do. That's you know, one of my signatures when preparing this dish. I like to get a really, really firm, very hard sear on it to make a crust. And then I like the middle to be a little bit cool. I don't want it to cook all the way through. It's almost gonna be like rare, for the lack of a better description. So it'll be very hot and creamy around a slightly cool center. Add the foie gras here. You're gonna season it with a little kosher salt there. Make sure you cover it from edge to edge. Some freshly cracked black pepper. And you want the pan to be extremely hot. I mean, this pan's been on the stove here for, you know, maybe 5 minutes on full. And we're not gonna add any oil to the pan because this is all fat. So it's really just gonna melt away extremely quickly. All right, so score side down in the pan. While that side's down, I'm gonna come back, salt and pepper the other side. And you notice I'm still, you know, letting this go. And it might seem like it's burning actually, but that's the level of char and crust that I really want. Right, there you go. Like that. If you can see through that. Now make sure if you're trying to do this at home, you're not gonna set your house on fire. Okay, please don't do that. But you know, aside from that, you know, try it at home. I can tell you, locally here, Jimmy P's Butcher Shop carries a really nice quality foie gras, so you can buy it in the store. And it's really delicious if you've never had it before. It's amazingly delicious. All right, so nice and seared there. So we're just gonna pop this into the oven quickly. Like I said, I don't want it to completely melt away. I just want the inside to warm up a little bit and still have a nice cool center. So put it in right next to the flame. Let it go there for maybe about 2 minutes. All right, so this preparation of foie gras is actually kind of new for me and for the restaurant, but guests really seem to enjoy it. So we're gonna serve it with butternut squash puree and fresh watermelon. And it's gonna be a really nice kind of hot and cold dish. I mean, foie gras pairs really nicely with fruit and maybe some semi-sweet items. It doesn't have to be very sweet, but semi-sweet and foie gras really go well together. So we're gonna start with some diced shallots really quickly. A little bit of butter. And the sauce we're gonna make is a ginger sauce. It's a gastrique actually, which is kind of a sweet and savory sauce. We're gonna add a little bit of domaine de Canton into the shallots. Domaine de Canton is a ginger infused liquor. Next, a little chicken stock there. And then the demi-glace, which has also been infused with fresh ginger and ginger marmalade. And that just comes together really nicely and quickly. Taste it. Watch me burn myself. good. Butternut squash, nice and hot, ready to go. So I have a nice little baby arugula salad here with some micro arugula. Just gonna toss it lightly in some white truffle oil, a little bit of lemon juice. I'm actually gonna add some fresh truffles in there as well. Just give that a whirl. Foie gras and truffles, you know, they just go hand in hand. They really are very complementary to each other. Hot plate. Rule number one, hot food, hot plate. That works. Got some fresh watermelon here that we just cut out using a circle cutter. Butternut. Watermelon right there. All right, here's the foie gras. Nicely cooked. Very, very nice. I'm just gonna slice this on a bias, just so you can see what the inside is like. It's just like butter, really. So, presentation side, right on top of the watermelon. Finish it with the ginger gastrique. And the truffled arugula salad right there with it. Seared foie gras with watermelon, truffle and arugula salad, and ginger gastrique. Yeah. So you guys want to try this now? Yeah. Dig in. Here we go, right? No, forget about it.
One more.
Yeah, right. Wait, that's all you need, huh?
Yeah.
What else do you need besides a fire extinguisher?
Give me a Dalmatian.
Man!
Wow. That's hot.